right, welcome to the show, everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series tonight. Brand new venue, Lernerville Speedway. You will notice there is no outside wall except for down the front stretch. So these rim riders are going to have to keep it in the park if they want to stay out there and keep competing. They are going to get ready to go to their qualifying session. $200 to the winner tonight. And this place is packed full. 410 sprint cars. We have about 60 checked in. Maxed it out tonight. We are going to stay right here. I am running a bit behind today, so I didn't have time to get everything completely set up. We're going to stay right here. We are not going to do our national anthem like we normally do. We're going to keep our eyes on the track. Watch you guys qualify. Keep our top 10 list up. Let you guys see who moves around on the pylon. As you can see, these guys moving around. Colton Davis, David Heileman now to the top of the pylon. Chad Morgan jumps up to P2. Heileman 13.636. And then a half a second fall back to Britton Roxbury. And now inside the top two. He drops back again as Morgan and Schmidt both jump ahead of him. 7.57 for P2. 13.845. Connor Leffler. Braden Eiler, 13.979 and 993. Donovan Ross now all the way up to position number 2. Lewis Hewitt, the Australian assassin, checking in P4. There's the man right there, Alex Bergeron. Half a tenth off of David Heileman. Jumps up to position 2. Then Donovan Ross, Chad Morgan, Lewis Hewitt, and Connor Leffler, the top 6. Adam Elby just missed getting in that top 6. We're going to have at least 6 heat races tonight. Qualifying coming to an end. We do have 6 heat races on tap. 10 cars apiece. We will get ready to run down as these guys get lined up. They will be lining up out off the track in turn 4 right there. It's going to be the Napa Auto Parts Wicked Energy Gum Casey Kane Sim Racing number 49 of David Heileman on the pole, and to his outside, Swindell Speed Labs driver in the 74, Adam Elby. Row 2 going to be Cole Cabray, another Swindell driver. On the inside of row 2, to his outside, Jack Clevenger. James Grace starting inside of row 3. With the Stoyston, Pennsylvania driver Brett Perigo to his outside. Row 4 on the inside, Chance Siskowski. And Hunter McCoy on the outside of that row. And in the final row of heat race number 1, Keith Jackson starting on the inside, and Tommy Moreau will be the driver on the outside. Get all these guys out here. Kind of look a long ways back out of turn 2. Let's see what these guys are going to be working with. Off the backside of turns 3 and 4. Great work by Mr. Zane Scott to get us these awesome camera view before we had to go tonight. These guys are going to go green the next time we come off of turn number 4. Get up here in the press box where I'm supposed to be. All right, pace truck is off of turn 3. Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 1. First time for the Dirt Racing Network here at Lernerville Speedway. Big gaggle back here at about 4th, 5th, and 6th. Perigo escapes with the 4th place spot. At the front, Heileman, Elby, and Cabre. Cole Cabre's car, a 0 paint on that machine tonight. It is a plain white wrapper for him. He's running in the final transfer position. 10 laps for these guys around here quickly. Going to go pretty fast. Brett Perigo still hanging on to 4th right in front of Chance Sitzkowski. Hunter McCoy, James Grace, Jack Clevenger, Tommy Moreau, and Keith Jackson rounding out the field. But David Heileman holding serve, starting on the pole. They are halfway home. Getting down to 4 to go this time by. Still got Adam Elby right behind him, and that's a close battle. About 6 car lengths right now. Elby hanging on to 2nd, closes it up strongly through 3 and 4. Big run that time, slide job coming. Exit of turn 2, couldn't hold the lead. David Heileman right back around him. Can he get it this time? No, Elby off the top side. 2 to go, and Adam Elby, your new leader, right in front of David Heileman. We'll see how this plays out. We'll keep our eyes on the front 2. Cole Cabre running in that 3rd spot. White flag one more time around. Heileman tried the slide job, couldn't close the door. That might get him bumped back to 3rd here. Elby's going to win it, and at the line, Heileman. Then Cabre, Siskowski, and the rest. So we are going to take it down all the way into the pits off of turn 3 with Adam Elby. We'll get ready to line up heat race number 2 for you. Your current defending NOS Energy Drink World of Outlaws iRacing champion Alex Bergeron on the pole. And on his outside, the J&B Medical Wicked Energy DB Racing Sim Team number 15 of Michael Sheridan. In the second row on the inside, Kinzer Sim Racing DRC chassis, profile by Sanford driver in the 211, Alex Molders. And on his outside, Sean Timmerman. Row 3 on the inside, he is homeless, sponsorless. Don't know what happened to Peyton. He's just no sponsors on the car, doing some crazy stuff. But he drives a 92 machine. Peyton Grease starting there. And on his outside, the SteelCycles.com, and number 5 of Brandon Steele. Row 4 on the inside, going to be Bryce Lucius. And to his outside, in the high side racewear, TH Designs UDSRA number 19, going to be Troy Wagaman Jr. And in the final row, up on the inside, Rylan Gray, and to his outside, 37 machine of Aiden Purdue. Guys, likes, shares, and follows. Start a watch party somewhere. Love seeing everybody here. Hope you enjoy the show. If you're over on the Twitch or the YouTube channel, I can see in the chat. Hi, Matt, Gordon, Jason, Rob, Peyton, everybody saying hello. Ten cars, 8 more laps. First race was a doozy. We'll see if this group can match the bar that's already been set. Bergeron and Sheridan as the pace truck heads out of turn number 3. Green flag in the air, left front tire off the ground on the 12 machine. Bergeron straight to the front. Almost everybody going to the top side. Timmerman coming around in behind. Michael Sheridan right there. 52 machine. Dirtco Media House sponsorship on that car. He looks like he is here to do battle. Good run through 2. Got a little squirrely on the exit. Got the right rear up on the top. Almost fell over the outside, and now the 92. Peyton Grease sliding right up in front of him. Move Grease into the third spot. Purdue came along with him. Smolders along with that. Bryce Lucius was down on the bottom. He's in the sixth spot. Then Wagaman, Gray, Timmerman, and Steele. Out in front, Alex Bergeron, 1 full second in front of Michael Sheridan. Sheridan off the outside of turn number 2. Peyton Grease giving chase to him, and Aiden Purdue trying to close the gap. But Purdue's got company. Smolders went in, outside in, couldn't make it work. Going to be 2 to go this time by. 12 car, Alex Bergeron. Off of turn 2. He's going to see the white flag through 3 and 4. Michael Sheridan and Aiden Purdue, your top 3. Peyton Grease now making a bid for third. Good move for him, and Alex Smolders tries to go 2 for 1 with a slider, and he's got it. Contact behind him. This time Grease goes down low. I don't think he's going to hold it. No, give it to Smolders. It's Bergeron, Sheridan, and then Smolders, Grease, Purdue, Gray, Lucius, Wagaman, Timmerman, and Steele rounding out that field. Great race for third there. But Alex Bergeron already out of turn 4, down back into the pits. 2 down, 4 to go. On the pole for heat race number 3, going to be Donovan Ross, and to his outside, the Border Tire Wicked Cushion Dirt Racing Network Kinzer Sim Team Machine of the High Side Hustler, Braden Eiler. That didn't go as planned. Row 2, going to be the 2 machine, Dylan Hauser, and on his outside, Colton Davis. In row 3, Colton Hardy. His outside going to be Richie Preston. Rusty Kruger going to start that Swindell Speed Labs car on the inside of row number 4 with Kevin Swindell on his outside. And then Lance Loomis and Aaron Hamill making up the final row. These guys all pushed off and running around out here, get them lined up. Yeah, we got the pit stands in there. Got a couple of speed shots. Got a shot from right off the outside of turn 4. One from down in the infield. Got some good cameras. Zane did a good job with these. Get a look at these guys as they get ready to go green the next time out of turn number 4. Ross and Eiler on the front row. Green flag in the air. Dylan Hauser from inside the second row goes for the whole thing. He moves Ross out of the way. That puts Eiler off the top side of the track in turn 2. Now, again, Donovan Ross getting beaten around back here. But Hauser grabbed the lead. Hardy came out second. Davis is third. Now Davis goes down to the bottom. Car parked down the inside. No caution. That car up against the inside wall. Was almost sticking out in the way right there. Richie Preston now working around the inside of Colton Hardy, the 25 machine, taking over that third spot right there, but not done. Colton Hardy went right back at him. We'll see. Preston's got the drive out of 2. Doesn't look like it. He's got to give it up. Give it back to Hardy. These guys coming through 1 and 2 and up off the top side there. No, very few of these guys really getting right up there wide right now. We'll go take a look at Dylan Hauser. He is not quite running as high as some of the guys, but he is getting way away from these boys. He's going to have 2 to go this time out of turn 4. Colton Davis, Colton Hardy, your top 3. Richie Preston's in fourth. Kruger running in the fifth spot, and Braden Eiler has recovered from his off-track excursion on lap number 1, and he is running in the sixth spot. But Dylan Hauser off of 4 takes the white flag. Heat race number 3. That's going to bring Colton Hardy and Colton Davis. It's Braden Eiler now. Tried to go 2 for 1 and 1 and 2, and he got it done. He got both Preston and Kruger right there. And he's going to come off the top side of 4, and he's going to bring it home in the 4th position. It's Hauser, Davis, Hardy, and Eiler, your top 4. Preston, Kruger, Loomis, Ross, Swindell, and Hamill rounding out the field. 3 heat races in the books. You're ready for heat race number 4. Pretty clean racing so far tonight. Eek. What happened there? All right, Chad Morgan starting on the pole. Heat race number 4 with Kendall Tucker, another Swindell Speed Labs driver, on his outside. Tyler Ducharme inside of row number 2 with the Flying Fossil. He drives a UDSRA Fastline high side, number 56. It's a David Flick. Well, row 3 on the inside, Skylar Brown, and to his outside, the 888, going to be Corey Wenzel. Row 4 on the inside, Joel Berkeley, and on his outside, Tanner Briggs. And in the final row on the inside, Shea Paulo, with Austin Griffey rounding out this 10-car field. Yeah, Zane's pretty good, dude. Does a lot for us over here at DRN, and we appreciate it greatly. He and I got together last night on TeamSpeak, and he worked out the final touches on these cameras, and, man, they are looking good. All right. One more full parade lap around here. We'll get ready to cut these guys loose. Speaking of the devils, like Beetlejuice, we said his name one too many times and he pops up in the chat. All right, green. This time the pace truck will head right out of turn number 3. And we will get ready to cut these guys loose. Morgan and Tucker on the front row. Green flag in the air, Morgan. Pretty good start, but Kendall Tucker hot on his heels right behind that. Tyler Ducharme, and Ducharme and Tucker have a little contact through 2, and that's going to let Ducharme slip into the second spot. Tucker fighting back down on the bottom. Tucker takes over position number 2. Now Ducharme under fire. Joel Berkeley had his nose on the inside, moved it to the high side. The 9 machine. 10 car, very sporty through the middle. Joel Berkeley. Or I'm sorry, that's Skylar Brown. Excuse me. Made the slide. Oh, Ducharme is sideways. He collects Brown. Still don't see a caution. That's interesting. Kendall Tucker has the lead. Joel Berkeley, Chad Morgan, David Flick, your top 4 right now. All kinds of contact back here. Ducharme still trying to grab that car back after being sideways and beating around. But Kendall Tucker out of turn 4. 3 laps to go. Chad Morgan about 10 car lengths back. Lost a bunch of ground that time off turn 2. David Flick still sitting in the 3rd spot. 2 to go that time. Tyler Ducharme has recovered and grabbed 4th place away from Shea Paulo. Paulo, that pink and blue machine right there, missing the nose wing. A white flag in the air for Kendall Tucker one more time around. Chad Morgan closed the gap a little. Now loses some more ground off of turn 2, but it's going to be an easy win for Kendall Tucker here. Heat race 4. Chad Morgan, David Flick, and Tyler Ducharme rounding out the top 4. And a little more contact for the 25 machine. So 4 down, 2 to go. The Australian assassin, Lewis Hewitt, going to start on the pole for heat race number 5 with Trey Schmidt to his outside. In his return, taking a bunch of time off, he is back now. The 421 machine going to be Britton Roxbury. On his outside in row number 2, the Splash and Go Graphics number 82 of Dustin Griffiths. Jarrett Bolliard starting inside row 3 with Steve Sittler on his outside. Mike Keegan, the X Machine, inside row number 4 with the Rockstar Productions Wicked Cushion. Randy Hannigan Motorsports, Team City, number 1 of Mason Hannigan on his outside. And in the back row on the inside, another UDSRA driver, the 95 of Dakota Kuhn with Jeremiah Green rounding out this field. Oh my. Britton Roxbury, what have you done? This is almost disturbing. That 421 machine says Hello Kitty. I'm not even sure how to respond to that. All right, green this time out of turn 4. Hewitt Schmidt on the front row. 5th of 6 heat races. Oh, Zane, that's just about any race on iRacing. You put the word professional in front of it, you can also put 2 words. Blank show. Green flag in the air, heat race number 5 underway. Roxbury way out of shape. An initial throttle right there, but Lewis Hewitt grabbing the lead. Trey Schmidt grabbing second. Mike Keegan, good move to get into the 4 spot. Bolliard now working on the bottom in right turn 4. He's got the spot at the line. Move Bolliard to 4th and Keegan back to 5th. Dakota Kuhn in the 6th spot. Green, Griffiths, Hannigan, and Sittler. But up front, Lewis Hewitt getting away from Schmidt. Schmidt had his hands full for a second in 3 and 4. Roxbury did everything he could to stay off of him. But keep old Mr. Hello Kitty sitting there in the 3rd spot, and he's trying to chase down that 22 machine. Mike Keegan now working his way on the top side, trying to get back around Bolliard. Just couldn't make it happen right there. Roxbury. Trey Schmidt off track. Roxbury's up to 2nd. Keegan is up to 3rd. Jarrett Bolliard in 4th, but Hannigan right there. Great run off 2 for Bolliard. Made a good move down to the inside in 3 and 4. Couldn't make it stick. Now on the inside, here comes the little Hurricane. Hannigan, slide job in 1 and 2, and he moves up. Oh, 3 wide and a lot of contact. Everybody kept him forward until right there, and Griffiths gets turned upside down by Keegan. Got into 3, had to jump on the binders, and Keegan came in there hot. Lewis Hewitt now into traffic, seeing the white flag. One more time around from him, and he's got an entire set of corners out in front of Britton Roxbury. Mason Hannigan hanging on to 3rd, and Bolliard in 4th. But here comes Keegan. Last chance, 2 corners to go. Can he make it happen? No. Bolliard picks up that 4th spot. So Keegan, Kuhn, Sittler, Green, Schmidt, and Griffiths will have to play consolation races. That's the good thing about being on TV, Zane. All right, sixth and final heat race. On the pole going to be Connor Leffler with Bryce Bailey on his outside. Justin Thomas and Alex Stoudinger making up row number 2. Row 3 is going to be Ernie Williams and Jason Randolph. In the fourth row, Landon Austin, Justin Verhey. And on the back row, all by his lonesome, going to be Kevin Loveys. So 9 cars in this one. Final heat race of the night. That's a bad deal, Zane. All right. Final heat race. Leffler and Bailey on our front row. They'll go green the next time off turn 4. Get done with these heat races. We'll have a couple of quick consolation races. Our field will be set. They'll get about a 2-minute warm-up, and we'll be ready to go to the 30-lap feature. $200 to win tonight. Out of turn 4, throttles down, green flag in the air. Leffler grabbed the lead, but here comes Justin Thomas. Bryce Bailey having to work hard to hold on to second. I think Thomas had a shot off the top of turn 4. Just lost a little bit of traction. 3 wide out of 2. Leffler stayed on the top. Thomas fell back inside. Bailey went for it in 3 and 4. We'll see if he's got the drive off the bottom of 4. He's got it. Move Bryce Bailey to lead right in front of Justin Thomas. Move Leffler back to third. Not going to give that up easily. He went down to the bottom. Almost got alongside Justin Thomas right there. Bailey making it look kind of easy right now, hanging on to that lead. Not running the very top, not running the very bottom, running right through the middle and finding good grip on the exit of each corner. 4 to go that time by. These top 3 have broken away pretty substantially from the rest of the field. Bailey, Leffler, and Thomas as Leffler keeps working the bottom, and he is getting a little bit of a gap built between himself and Justin Thomas. Bryce Bailey now about 8 car lengths in front. He's going to have 2 to go this time by. Catching the back of the field, Ernie Williams right in front of him. Williams running in the 8th position. Leffler, Thomas, Landon Austin back here a ways, the 33 machine. Kevin Lovey's working around his inside. Final lap. Bryce Bailey out in front. He's going to pick up the heat race win. Connor Leffler, Justin Thomas. 2 and 3, and Kevin Lovey's a little contact with Landon Austin. And neither driver going to make it through. Looks like Jason Randolph going to pick up that 4th spot. I think Lovey's got down in the corner, and Landon Austin got down in there just a little hotter. Got into the back of him, turned him around. So heat races are over. E-Main. $11 cars scheduled for this one. Alphabet soup at its finest. Cabré and Hannigan in row 1. Eiler and McCoy row 2. Keegan and Kruger row 3. Clevenger and Sittler in row 4. Ross and Jackson row 5. And Trey Schmidt on the back. Several drivers you don't get to see in an E-Main very often. The front 2 rows, basically. Front 3 rows, basically. Don't see them in an E-Main very often. A nice sneak through there, sir. Nice sneak through. All right, E-Main. Going to transfer the top 4. Everybody else going to be done for the night. Move these guys to the back of the D. Are they doing one out of each one of these, Peyton? Because I didn't see that when I was looking at the notes. If they are, and it's just the winner, wow, that's going to thin the field quickly. Oh, shoot, stop doing that, Dad.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. We are underway. Cabrera grabbed the lead. Eiler fell in right behind him, and Hannigan's working the top side. Eiler around the inside, not normally his forte, but he was able to make up some ground. So they're taking 2 out of this and moving them to the A. Eiler picked up the lead, got around the inside, got good drive off 2. He's got the lead right here. End of lap number 2, Cole Cabrera running in that final transfer spot. Keegan and Kruger 3 and 4. Ross, Hannigan, McCoy, Clevenger. As we go back through the field, take a look back here. This gaggle of cars, this is about 5th on back. Rusty Kruger is the 4th place car, and he's out in front of these guys. They are 2 wide, 2 deep behind that. Contact there. Hannigan moved around a little by McCoy and Clevenger. Up front, working the bottom. Braden Eiler, Cole Cabrera, these two moved themselves out about 10 car lengths over Mike Keegan. Kruger another about 10, 12 car lengths behind that, running in the 4th spot. But we're halfway home. Eiler, Cabrera, still 1-2. Keegan around the top side, trying to close the gap. Needs to get to Cabrera. Not closing the gap up a whole lot, and he is running right around the top. Trying to run that momentum line. He's got about 4 laps to get this done. Close the gap there in 1 and 2 a little bit. Still Eiler out in front. Cabrera, that plain white machine, running in the 2nd spot, and Keegan is catching him. We may see a slide job here. We're coming to 2 to go this time. Cabrera a little out of shape through 3 and 4. That let Keegan close the gap. Now Keegan to the bottom. He's even. He's got the spot away for the time being. Heading into 3 and 4. Going to get the white flag, and Keegan had it for a second, but that momentum line carried Cabrera back around him. Eiler's going to pick up the win. He's going to the feature. Who's it going to be for position 2? Cabrera gets it. Great battle. He and Mike Keegan. Last 3 or 4 laps, Keegan ran him down from a long ways back. Just couldn't stick a pass on him. So it'll be Eiler and Cabrera moving on. Everybody else done for the night. Craziness. All right. So the second of the 4 B mains going to line up on the end of pit road right out of turn number 4. A bunch more names in this that we wouldn't see in an elimination race, or we're not used to seeing. It's going to be Smolders and Thomas on the front row. Ducharme and Purdue in row number 2. Row 3 going to be Landon Austin, Austin Griffey. Bryce Lucius and Kevin Loveys in row 4. Row 5, Joel Berkeley and Sean Timmerman. And in the 6th row, Justin Verhey and Aaron Hamill. So 12 scheduled, 11 are going to make the call. Sean Timmerman, the 52 machine, not going to make the call for this one. And once again, the top 2 moving on. Everybody else packing them up. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget, like, shares, and follows. If you're not watching on the Facebook channel, jump over here to Dirt Racing Network. Give us a follow. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, give us a subscription there. Don't forget to start your watch parties. Share us around to every place you can. The more eyes watching, the better. All right, through 1 and 2, final parade lap, second of 4. Elimination races, top 2 moving on. Everybody else moving out. Get ready to fire these guys off here out of turn number 4. Smolders and Thomas on the front row. Green flag in the air. Smolders got a good jump, was kind of out of shape, but found some grip on the bottom and able to squirt out to the front. Ducharme right across, a little bit of right rear into Justin Thomas. That's going to allow Aiden Perdue to sneak up here and put a challenge in for second. He put that left front tire down in the grass all the way around turns 1 and 2. Got good drive down the backstretch. Does he have the spot out of turn 4? No. Ducharme off the top side. Now Ducharme closing in on Smolders. More contact. Contact with Perdue. That lets Justin Thomas from 4th sneak back around all these guys. Move him into the final transfer spot. Ducharme, Lovey's, Berkeley, your top 5. Smolders hanging on to that 1 second lead. He is already in the middle of turns 3 and 4 down here. And Justin Thomas, a little ways behind. Kevin Lovey's sails it down into 3 and 4. Probably going to do it for the 21 machine. We're watching the battle right here. I'm not sure what happened, but there it is. It's fixed it now. Smolders in the lead. Thomas is second, but Ducharme is back on him. We're still going to have 6 laps to go here. Ducharme, all kinds of pressure. Down the corner, a little bit of contact as Justin Thomas went down to the bottom side. They're running low in 1 and 2, high in 3 and 4, it looks like, and everybody's kind of doing the same thing. Putting those left side tires right off in that grass. Justin Thomas. Right down on the bottom, nice and easy, and then back to the throttle, laid up on the exit. Everybody pretty much keeping the same line around here. Coming around, going to be 2 to go. Smolders still out in front. And he's moved his car up to the top side in 3 and 4. Now back to the bottom in 1 and 2. Justin Thomas a little out of shape. Ducharme had a great run through 1 and 2. Just Tyler Ducharme around Justin Thomas for that second and final transfer spot. White flag in the air. Here comes Justin Thomas on the attack again. Thomas with not enough drive there. He goes to the bottom in 3 and 4. Don't think the slide job's going to make it. It's going to be Smolders and Ducharme moving on. Good battle for that final transfer spot. So 2 of our 4 B mains in the books. All right, you two settle down in my chat. 3rd of 4 elimination races. And we're going to have Colton Hardy, Chance Siskowski in row number 1 for this one. Jarrett Bolliard and Richie Preston in row 2. Row 3 is going to be James Grace and Dakota Kuhn. Lance Loomis and Brett Perigo in row number 4. Row number 5, Jeremiah Green, Kevin Swindell. And in the back row, Tommy Moreau and Corey Wenzel. So 12 more laps. We're going to keep 2 The top two. Cars still making their way off of pit road. "12 cars, 12 laps, top two. Moving to the A main, everybody else pack them up and hit the road." Now James Grace taking his car back on the pit road, so 11 cars. All right, pace truck off the top of turn 3. Hardy Siskowski bringing us to the green flag. Third of 4 elimination races. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Richie Preston off the top side of the track. Preston going to fall way back to about 10th position here. He was in third. But right now, Jarrett Bolliard, Colton Hardy. Hardy first, Bolliard second, Siskowski in third. The 7 machine right there. Dakota Kuhn, 95 up to 4th. Pretty even gaps, first to second, second to third. Bolliard through the middle. Hardy went through the middle. Siskowski up on the top side. Siskowski making a little bit of ground up. Made a car linked up that lap. Now goes to the bottom. Lost a bunch of ground there. Tippy-toeing around that bottom. A lot more complicated than it sounds. And he didn't make up any ground at all. We're going to be halfway home this time. Off of turn 4, still Hardy and Bolliard running 1-2. Those are the only spots up for grabs. You don't finish in the top 2, you're done for the night. These guys trying to make it into that 30-lap feature. Run for the 200 to win prize. Richie Preston off of the top of turn 2 on lap 1 has made his way back to 9th, but that is it. He has stalled out right there. 5 to go. Still Hardy and Bolliard. Siskowski keeps trying to make a race out of it for second, but he loses a lot of ground right on the exits of the corners. Good getting in, just not getting out the way that he needs to close it up there on the 97 machine of Jarrett Bolliard. Bolliard's trying to make a little bit of a run, close the gap a little bit on Hardy, but he is running out of laps in a hurry. We're down to 3 to go. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Gail. 2 to go this time by. Still Hardy, Bolliard, Siskowski, Kuhn, and Lance Loomis, your 5th place car. A little bit of lap traffic. He gets off to the infield as he got out of shape in front of the leaders. They're going to get the white flag this time out of turn 4. One more time around. Hardy and Bolliard still 1-2. Siskowski just not able to get there. And it looks like Colton Hardy is going to transfer to the A main along with Jarrett Bolliard. Everybody else going to be done for the night. We've got one more elimination race on the schedule. $12 more cars scheduled for this one. It's going to be the Flying Fossil, David Flick and Peyton Grease on our front row. Jason Randolph, Shea Paulo in row 2. Rylan Gray and Alex Stardinger, row 3. Tanner Briggs and Troy Wagaman in row number 4. Row 5, Ernie Williams and Skylar Brown. And the 6th row, Brandon Steele and Dustin Griffiths. Don't see a lot of these guys in these elimination races. Bunch of names we're not used to seeing. Only 2 remain at the end of 12 laps. All right, gonna go green the next time out of turn 4. Flick and Grease on the front row. Pace truck is in. Final elimination races, and the green flag is out. Pretty even start. They got almost dead even at the line right there, but Grease is going to have the advantage on the top side in the exit of 2. Flick down on the bottom. Paulo right there on his outside. A little bit of contact. That's going to let Stoutinger have the top side. Now move Alex Stoutinger into position number 2, right behind Peyton Grease. Stoutinger running the momentum line, keeping the car up on the cushion. He's got the lead at the end of lap 2, so it's Stoutinger and Grease. This is a gaggle right here. Wagaman's in there. So is Skylar Brown. David Flick still fighting on the bottom. There were 3 wide at the exit of turn 4. Brown was on the top, and he had the momentum. Moved Skylar Brown to position 2. Peyton Grease, David Flick, Shea Paulo, your top 5 behind Alex Stoutinger. And Skylar Brown trying to run him down. Brown took a different line, was down in the middle. Didn't make any ground, didn't lose any ground. Stoutinger still holding serve out in front. Grease now on the top side. Flick down on the bottom. That's for 3rd. 3rd place, the first loser in this one. Halfway home, 6 down, 6 to go. Stoutinger and Brown still running 1-2. Stoutinger able to keep the gap about the same. Skylar Brown looks like he's just gonna keep chipping away a little here, little there. Slide job. Stoutinger off the top side. That's going to give Grease command of the 2nd position. Skylar Brown out in front. Brown just kept coming up, and Stoutinger tried to move up, drove the car off the top of the exit of turn 2. No outside wall to bounce off of here, and he went for a ride. 2 to go. Brown and Grease, 1 and 2. Wagaman now up to 3rd. Paulo is 4th. David Flick back to 5th. A white flag flying this time. Skylar Brown. Peyton Grease running 1-2. Does Wagaman have any opportunity to get there? Maybe throw a slider. Doesn't look like it. It's going to be Brown and Grease transferring to the feature race. So our field is set. Heat races, consolations have ended. They'll have about a 2-minute warm-up here. And we will get ready to go feature racing. 30 laps, 200 to win tonight. Drivers working the track down a little bit more. You can see from the aerial shot here, pretty slick from the bottom to the top, taking pretty big swath right at the top of the track there. Turning very dark, very slick. We're down to our feature race here in about 40 seconds. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget the likes, the shares, the follows if you haven't done it already. If you're over on Twitch or YouTube, say hi in the chat. Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers, Thursday Thunder. They'll be right back here at Lernerville, the 360s. That's their fixed setup. Mike Peterson will be in here on the call with you. That series presented by the sponsor you saw in the commercial there, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. You name the place, we'll bring the race. Practice over. It is time for the feature. 20 410 sprint cars. It's going to be Adam Elby and Alex Bergeron on our front row. And what a front row that is. Dylan Hauser, Kendall Tucker in row 2. Row 3, Lewis Hewitt, the Australian assassin, alongside Bryce Bailey. The Hulk, David Heileman inside row forward. Michael Sheridan on his outside. Colton Davis and Chad Morgan in row 5. The rock star, Brendan Roxbury and his Hello Kitty sprint car here in the inside of row 6 with Connor Leffler on his outside. Row 7, the high side hustler, Braden Eiler and Alex Smolders. Row 8 going to be Colton Hardy and Skylar Brown. Row 9 is Cole Cabret and Tyler Ducharme. And in the back row, Jarrett Bolliard and homeless Peyton Grease. That's a little bit of a joke. He's got a paint on that hasn't got his regular sponsors and everything on it, so I told him I was going to give him some grief tonight. We haven't had a caution fly. A couple of instances where I thought maybe we would. These guys are zipping right along here. It says 100 laps, but it is not. It'll be 30 green flag laps. So when we drop the green initially, we'll be racing to lap 30 every time we catch a caution. We'll be looking for adding 3 laps to that. 20 cars out here. All right, pace truck going to jump off the outside of turn 3. This time, Elby and Bergeron going to bring us to the green. 30 laps on the board. $200 to win. Green flag is in the air. Adam Elby launched off the bottom right there, and he's got the lead. Bergeron is second. Hauser around the top side into third. Looks like Kendall Tucker is going to slide into the 4th spot off the top side. He's around the outside of Hewitt. Hewitt's got Heileman right behind him. Sheridan, Morgan, Davis, all behind that. But Elby holding on to the top right now, and he's got company. He's right off his push bar, the 12th car. Bergeron didn't get it there and wanted to, tried the slide job. He'll put it back in line, settle in, go back to work, see if he can close the gap. Going to take it in deep, hard, shallow. This time brings it way to the outside. Can he make it stick? No. Elby with a good crossover. Elby to the top. Here comes Tucker. Tucker slide job around Hauser for third. Good battles at the front and for third place.
All right, man.
Caution on the speedway. 92 machine out the back door. See what happens to Peyton Grease. Homeless, so, and now he's rideless. That car over on its side, sliding down the hill. So we'll let these guys get lined up and figure out what our top 10 is. First caution of the night, going to move the white flag out to lap number 33. Elby, Bergeron, Tucker, Hauser, Heileman, Hewitt, Sheridan, Roxbury, Smolders, and Morgan. The top 10 right now. Peyton Grease back in the pits already. That car picked up on the hook. Track has been released for about 2 days now. And I guarantee you there has been 500 races run on this track already. We've been watching a good one all night tonight. These guys have done a fantastic job through 6 heat races, 4 consolation races, getting ready to go back to green in their feature race here. LB on the point.
Green.
On the throttle, and the green flag is in the air. Bergeron tried to time it. I think he missed it by just a split second. And now Tucker's going to go to the bottom, see if he can do anything with that, and trying to get second away. Through 3 and 4. Didn't get the slide job up there. Now Bergeron back at it with Elby. Elby just a little too much drive right there down the backstretch. These two are going to start trading slide jobs. Now Bergeron has him clear. Goes top shelf. Elby with the late slider. But a good crossover from Bergeron to give Alex Bergeron the point. Caution number 2. And we're looking for the Rockstar out the back door. Another car exited turn 2. He didn't have any help on that. Smolders moved up a little. When he moved up, right rear found to the outside, and that triggers the caution. I think iRacing is going to have to work on that, because that shouldn't trigger a caution just because you slid off the top of the track. So they're definitely going to have to get to work on the parameters for that. Bergeron, Tucker. It's Bergeron, Elby, Tucker, Hauser, Heileman, Hewitt, Sheridan, Morgan, Smolders, and Brown, the top 10. Only one retiree so far. Still 19 cars on the track. The pink Hello Kitty machine of Britton Roxbury, the only one back there for 19th position. He was up in about the top 7 or 8. So move the 211 machine to the back. All right, going green this time. Bergeron now on the point now. Oh, not going green yet. One more time around. 36 going to be the lap we're racing to now. Hey, Jay Gamer. I'm not sure what that icon is, but thanks. I guess that's a waving elf. Oh, 4 Pesa. Fantastic. All right, pace truck headed off this time. Now we're going green.
Green flag, green flag.
Bergeron, good start for him. Elby to the bottom, left side tires down the grass, slides the car up the hill across the nose. Bergeron able to take the spot back, and caution again, Connor Leffler off the track. He was back in about 15th. Down into turns 1 and 2, right rear up, over backwards he goes. That should not trigger a caution. That is that's a terrible algorithm. I'm going to be sorely disappointed in this, I think. So the guy's kind of slowing down, waiting for the pace truck to catch up. Didn't have a lot of time for things to change, so our lineup's going to stay the same in the top 10. All right, one more time around. They'll go green off turn 4 this next time by. Alex Bergeron still on the point. He and Adam Elby putting on a pretty good show with the slide jobs as the green flag comes back out. Kendall Tucker to the bottom. Elby went to the top that time. Heileman right through the middle. Hauser goes around the high side. Move Dylan Hauser into the 4th position. Tucker with a slide job on Elby. He takes over position 2 temporarily, but Elby right back around him. Alex Bergeron riding right around the top of the track. And now that 12 machine's starting to get away from these guys. So they start to battle over 2nd and 3rd. Tucker and Elby. Hauser and Heileman. Heileman works his way to the top side, takes 4th back away. I heard a whole bunch of contact. Don't know who was in it. Oh, 421 got into the back of the 97 right there of Bolliard. Roxbury then got into Smolders. There's Connor Leffler right in front of those guys. So once again, the pace truck in front of the field. All right, Bergeron, Tucker, Elby, Heileman, Hauser, Hewitt, Morgan, Sheridan, Brown, and Eiler, the top 10. I'm going to watch this to see if it is 4 laps, then we're going to have to change our number because we're going to be roughly halfway home here. $30 green. So yeah, they'll be running to about lap 45 now. So we are right at halfway. All right, Bergeron on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. Kendall Tucker still hanging on to second. Elby and Heileman now. Third and fourth. Hauser in fifth. The Hulk trying to work around Adam Elby. Didn't get it done that time, and he got a little momentum break. And that's going to let Hauser get through the middle and around the outside. Pass for the lead. Up front, Kendall Tucker. Alex Bergeron's car way out of shape and off the pace there a second ago. He's going to fall all the way to third as Elby got around him. Tucker to the point, Elby to second. Bergeron gets a great drive off of turn 2 down on the bottom. He moves himself back into position number 2 for a second. And then he loses it all back in 3 and 4, and Dylan Hauser goes to work. Hauser tried to slide job in between cars, and it didn't work. Working lap traffic at the front. Tucker around the high side.
All right, man.
Caution. Connor Leffler's car went for a tumble in the infield. We kind of saw that live, so he tried to take that car to the infield. He caught that opening in the wall. Flipped that car up over that implement tire right there in the middle opening in the front stretch on the infield. And that flipped out a caution again. They set up the server and they choose how many they're going to put out there. They only have 20, but I'm sure you could put 30 out there if you wanted to. It really kind of all depends on the drivers. At this point, this track looks like it is pretty much slicked all the way off, bottom to top. So we're looking at about lap 48. 48 for our new white flag. It's about 13 to go.
Green flag.
Okay, I've been informed that we have about 18 to go. So these caution laps being a weird number like that are really throwing things off. Something we'll have to get used to with a new track. Kendall Tucker, Adam Elby, Alex Bergeron still 1, 2, and 3. Dylan Hauser trying to get up here and put some pressure on Alex Bergeron. So we're looking for lap 53 as our white flag now. Looks like these guys trying to settle in a little bit here. Still Tucker. Now Bergeron worked to the high side, but he couldn't get around Elby. Elby's in second, then Bergeron, Hauser. Now Lewis Hewitt, the Australian assassin, starting to make his way towards the front. He got around the Hulk, David Heileman. Right to the very outside, the 3 car. Trying to rip the lip. Find some momentum. Go forward. Just not closing in on that group up there.
All right, man. Caution is
And
out.
caution. One more time. Alex Smolders, possibly. See what happened to the 211 car here. Oh, got up and just got a little tap on the 15 of Michael Sheridan when that car went off the outside. That's going to trigger the caution. So it'll be 56 or 57 for the new white. These guys starting to really see slick out there. The inside of the front stretch, inside of the back stretch, a little bit of grip. But not a whole lot anywhere else right now. You see Lewis Hewitt went around the outside of the corner there. Maybe trying to throw some of those marbles back onto the track. So it will be 13 to go. Getting down later stages of this one right now. So 58 will be the white flag, but the green flag back over the field, and Elby had to put the kibosh on the 12 car, and that time the 12 car got into him going into one, and Bergeron's car backwards. We'll go back and take a look. Right at the start, Bergeron got a good drop down the inside, lifted up the front tires, and when they get down to 1 and 2, Bergeron just carried way more speed in there than I'm sure he wanted to, and he got in the back of Elby and spun himself around. So we'll take a look at the top 10. Tucker, Elby, Hauser, Hewitt, Heileman, Brown, Eiler, Cabre, Sheridan, and Colton Davis. Our 7th caution. So 64, it looks like, the new white flag. Well, I think a couple of the three of these cautions have been triggered pretty lightly. The car just went off the track. It didn't actually crash. Something that I hope iRacing fixes soon. That's funny. Hashtag soon. iRacers will understand that. Looks like we're going to go back to green right here. So
Green,
lap
green, green.
63, the white flag. Still Tucker, Elby. Now Hauser around the top side had a good run, but couldn't make it stick. Elby gets a great drive off the bottom. David Heileman way out of shape, and he's going to take Skylar Brown out with him. Skylar Brown's car went up and over the backside there. Contact with Hewitt, then into Brown. And the slow tip over. Maybe they can bend that side panel on that wing out. Keep it, not have to trash it. No souvenir for the fans tonight. So we'll wait for these guys to get lined up. Tucker, Elby, Hauser, Hewitt, Brown, Eiler, Cabre. No changes there. Michael Sheridan, Colton Davis, and Bryce Bailey now inside the top 10. Still behind our pace truck, so we're probably looking at about lap 68 now. All right, we're going green off turn 4. Still 13 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Hewitt went to the inside of Hauser, and he had third for a second. Good drive down the backstretch. They drag raced into turn 3. Skylar Brown, all of his spots back to him right there in that incident. So he is inside your top 5 right here.
All right, man. Caution.
Caution. That time it was on the track. I saw the contact back here. I want to say Cabre and Eiler got together down here in turn 2. Contact right at the entry. They just kept that going the rest of the time through the corner there. It's still Tucker, Elby, Hauser, Hewitt, Brown, Eiler, Sheridan, Davis, Bailey, and now Ducharme. Tyler Ducharme into the top 10. 13 cars still on track. Bolliard, Roxbury, and Cole Cabre are rounding out the field. We'll wait till we get the 1 to go signal to give you our white flag lap count. I think it's going to be lap 73. one more time around. So 74. All right, green this time out of turn 4. Tucker, LB, Hauser, the top three. Green flag in the air. Lap 73, our white flag schedule right now. Tucker with a good drive off the bottom. LB went right through the middle, and he was able to hold serve in second. Hauser up on the top, his teammate right behind him, Lewis Hewitt. Hewitt staying married to the top of the track. Skylar Brown. Brown working down the back stretch in the 5th position. Tucker working the bottom, and he's getting great launch on the exits to the corners, especially out of 2. Right here in 4, he's using that momentum, and he's holding off LB, but he's getting the car in nice and easy, getting it set and squared up off the corner. And right there, he just pulls about 3 car lengths. Down into 1 and 2. LB gets there, but he just can't do a whole lot with Kendall Tucker right now. Getting down to the end of this one. Going to be 6 to go this time by. Tucker's running low in 1 and 2, high in 3 and 4, and LB's just trying to find a place where he can be faster. Lewis Hewitt got around Dylan Hauser, and Hewitt is riding the top side, and he's closing the gap on everybody now. The Australian assassin. Got him in the crosshairs. Can he get by LB? 5 to go. LB went to the inside of Tucker. Those two touched, and that gave Hewitt second. Move LB to third. Lewis Hewitt riding around the top side. Now cuts to the middle. He's going in the bottom. He's going to slide job Tucker for the lead out of turns 1 and 2. Can he hang on to it? Tucker with a little contact. LB's going to shoot by on the high side. Now Hewitt with a little contact on LB as Tucker slide jobs them both. Here comes Hauser. Here comes Brown. Down to it. 3 to go that time by. Tucker back to the front. LB gets around him. Here comes Hewitt with a big slide job in 3 and 4. Plants the car. Got the drive. The Australian assassin at the line with 2 to go. LB slide jobs. Hewitt backed off. Now cuts underneath. Here comes Tucker. Tucker slide jobs up, parks the car in front of Hewitt. White flag that time right there. 4 cars. There's Brown. LB, Hewitt, contact. Tucker around the top side. Here comes Hewitt down to the inside. Slide jobs it. Can he get it off 3 and 4? Yes, he can. Hewitt, then Tucker and LB, your top 3, but Lewis Hewitt comes home with the victory, picking up the $200 check. Big slide job in 3 and 4, and he stuck it off the exit. Good finish
Caution is out.
to what was not necessarily a beautiful race. But we'll get him right here at the line. And we'll get Hewitt, Tucker, and LB, your top 3. Solid finish to that race. Give these guys just a minute to see if they get in here with us. Always fun to chat with these guys, especially when you get an ending like that. See how pumped up the Australian assassin is. Just waiting on those guys to make their way in here. There's Lewis Hewitt. And we'll talk to Lewis last if we possibly can. Let's see if Skyler comes in with Adam. There's Adam Elby. I think Adam finished in third there. We're going to grab Adam. Adam Elby, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Did you grab third there? It looked like your teammate had you by about a wheel.
I think the score there showed second.
All right. Well, we will get Kendall in here, and we'll work our way back to you.
Yeah, 4.
Kendall Tucker. You there, Kendall?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I asked Adam, and he said he got second. You got third. So we'll talk to you first, man. Talk to us about the very end of that race. I know it wasn't pretty most of the way. Those last few laps were absolutely exciting.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun race. Just hate there was about 55 cautions.
All right,
it
man.
seemed like
Like it back on the pace
pretty
car. We're
wide
not
track.
going
I really don't know what was going on back there. There was a good race last night. There was a league, so just I don't know. Just wish we could have ran green flag laps. Just like we ran more laps under caution than we did under green, and just them guys just had a lot of opportunities to see where they was gaining on me and stuff, and the top was going to come in and just stick in, and just I've done my best to protect it and try to get up there, but just wasn't enough. Tried to cut that crossover, slide him, and down into 3 right there at last lap, and was just tight. But probably should have just ran at the top. But well, I think we was second. I think we're going to have to go back and look at that. But second and third, it don't matter. It only pays the win.
That's right. But a great race at the end. I mean, Skyler Brown worked his way up in there, and the 4 of you, Lewis, yourself, Adam, and Skyler, all back and forth, slider. And it looked like you were getting the best drive off the bottom of 2. Did it go away, or did the car go away on you?
It was just getting farther and farther up the backstretch, and that was definitely hurting me. Just my shirt just changes a lot. Sitting there under caution and stuff. And I just think if we could have maybe just moved up a little bit right there, maybe protected the top, but I didn't want to go up there and mirror driving like that. They's gonna pass me, they's gonna have to pass me, so I was just gonna react that. So we got a good piece underneath of us right here. Just restart game got us tonight, and we'll move on to the next one.
All right, man. I'm sure you got some sponsors you'd like to thank before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, just all the guys over at Speed Lab, and just thanks to all the guys for putting this league on, and thank you for the broadcast.
All right, Kendall. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you very soon.
Sir.
All right, Kendall Tucker. Let's get his teammate in. Let's get Adam Elby. Adam Elby, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, still some debate about who's second, who's third, but we want to talk to you about the last few laps there, the rest of the race. Maybe not quite as exciting. In fact, nowhere near as exciting, but that finished fantastic, man. Talk to us about the slide jobs and all that racing for the win right there.
Yeah, everybody was racing hard. It was a lot of fun. I don't know what happened when white flag there getting into 1. I felt like I got ran over pretty good. I don't know if that was pretty sure I was in the middle of Lewis and Kendall, so it might have been someone else. That kind of upset me a little bit. Felt like we had a really good car. Speed Lab's been working real good, and getting us a setup and making our job easier. And I feel like I had one of the cars to beat. Kind of found the line off the top in 3 and 4, running kind of like that middle high. And I don't know, those last few laps I thought I had a car to win, and Lewis got his nose in there once me and Kendall started racing, and it just we're rubbing wheels pretty hard. It was all respect, but just that one hit at the end is probably what cost us the win there. I think we might have been able to hold on to it there if we didn't lose some speed on the backstretch.
Yeah, it looked like really you had to kind of be low in 1 and 2 and then run on the top in 3 and 4 for the most part. When you get down to where it's just that one spot at each end of the track and everybody's trying to vie for a little bit of contact, but no animosity between the 4 of you?
No, I think we're all good. It was just good, hard racing. Like I said, I may have to go look back and see who ran into me, mess with him a little bit. But, me and Kendall are on pretty much the same setup. He's been putting in some time with the sprint car stuff, and, he's been helping me the past few days. We're always learning off each other. And he was out in the lead, and, I felt good exactly where he was running, but I knew it wasn't going to pass him that way. So, started running kind of the Donnie line to 1 and 2 and felt like I was getting some speed for 3 and 4. And, with how much, I was running higher in my 1 and 2, not much, but, he carried a lot more speed. And I don't know where I'm going with this. Sorry.
All right, man. Well,
I'm just rambling.
sometimes we got to do that. Just get it all out. Makes us feel better. But, man, a great race. Still a top 3 for you. I'm sure you got some sponsors you want to give a shout-out to before we let you go.
Yeah, I definitely got to thank my guys over at Speed Lab. Like I said, found some new stuff and really enjoying it. Obviously we're running top 3 all night with two of the top 3 and stuff like that. Got to thank those guys and all our partners, Bell Helmets, Wise Organics, South Bay Partners, and then, the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series for putting this deal on. It's a lot of fun. Glad we can get out and do some more racing, get some real slick tracks. And then you guys for broadcasting, putting it on, all the fans watching.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, Adam, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon, bud.
Yep, take care, Roger.
All right, Adam Elby. A little bit of a debate between he and his teammate about who got second, who got third, but I think they'll work it out between them. I think it'll be all right. He and Kendall Tucker there. Well, let's get tonight's winner in here. Lewis Hewitt, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Thank you.
It has been a while since we've had the opportunity to talk, but you had the right round in the chamber, and the assassin picks up the win, man. Talk to us about those last few laps.
Oh, those last few laps were tense there. I didn't think I had the speed early in the race, but coming towards the end, I really had that top rolling. Started reeling in Dylan, got past Dylan, and then, caught Kendall and Adam pretty quick there, and made it work somehow.
Yeah, it looked like those two were, kind of running the bottom in 1 and 2, and you stayed married to the top there. We're making up a lot of ground. Everybody's kind of doing the same things in 3 and 4, and as soon as they started racing each other, it gave you a real opportunity to get up there and stick your nose on the outside. And once you did, it seemed like the intensity ratcheted up about 10 times.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They were worried about each other there, I think, on the bottom 1 and 2, but yeah. Once I got up there, it was on, and that was a battle at the end. Contact with a few of them, but I think it was clean enough, and that was a real good time.
Yeah, it seemed like there towards the end, it was going to be whoever got the best slider to stick on the exit, because 2 seemed really slick on the top at the exit, and 4, if you could get your right rear right up against kind of where that entry drops in, you could get a little bit of launch. You got it to stick. Were you worried about him getting back around the bottom there and sneaking on the line on you?
No, I knew I had it. Once I saw that I was getting clear of Kendall, I knew I was getting the line first there. You just got that little bit of drive when you lean against the fence, and I knew I could drive it off the turn and come out with the win then.
All right, man. Will you pick up the big check tonight? Fantastic race. I'm sure you got a bunch of sponsors you want to thank, and we'll let you get a celebration in.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to thank the team, Slick Sim Sports. It's a good win for us. Along with our supporters, we've got Down Under Graphics in the car there, always a big supporter of the team. Along with Kush Clothing, iRacing, what do we got else? We got our Two Brothers Stream Team. Big thank you to you guys for the broadcast and for the league as well. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Lewis, congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you again in the very near future, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, your winner tonight, the Australian assassin, Lewis Hewitt. Little debate on second and third, but we know it was Tucker and Elby there. Great race tonight. The finish was fantastic. A little sloppy in the middle, but, new track. Guys learning new things. All in all, a good night for everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers Thursday Thunder Series. They are going to be right back here at Lernerville with the 360 cars. Tune in for that. Mike Peterson will have the call 8 o'clock Eastern for that one. Until then, guys, we appreciate it. Every time you tune in, don't forget your likes, your shares, your follows. For myself and Mike Peterson, keep it dirty till next time. Good night, everybody.